But anyways, we got our fucking matchup chart right here. These are all the sections we're going with. I don't think Little Mac has any -3 matchups. Every matchup in this game is absolutely doable. With that being said, let's fucking go. I think you boys know where I'm gonna put our boy Ganondorf. I don't think this is gonna be a surprise to anybody. We clap Ganondorf. We clap Ganondorf. Kind of obvious reasons. My boy, every single time Ganon throws out something in neutral, chances are you're going to be able to punish it. Ganondorf has to work so much harder to actually win neutral against Little Mac, just because of how fast Little Mac is and how good he is at whiff punishing, that even when Ganon gets in and gets solid percent on Little Mac, it doesn't matter, because Little Mac can just beat him in neutral 3 times over and then to take a fucking stock. Also because, you know, Ganon is fat, he's a big boy, so landing those jab blocks, landing those down air locks, landing all those types of extensions are even easier on Ganondorf. Not to mention, Ganon's recovery is trash. You can actually fair gimp Ganondorf and it's effective because of how bad his recovery is. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna throw Bayo in +1. Bayo has no fucking neutral game. Her neutral game is garbage, and Little Mac can exploit that very, very well because his neutral game isn't amazing, but it's still pretty solid. So he can murder Bayonetta in neutral. Neutral B heavy armor can invalidate literally almost every single move in her kit. Even smash attacks when they're stale, which, you know, Bayo doesn't stale smash attacks very often, but you can literally neutral B armor Bayo smash attacks when they're stale. Not to mention that her recovery never really snaps to ledge perfectly, so it's pretty easy to 2-frame her. Obviously, if you're on stage, you can use neutral B armor to get out of some of her insanely long strings, or just use neutral air, but the problem is if Bayonetta gets you off stage and she's carrying you off stage, then it can be pretty rough, because you obviously can't use straight lunge to get out of combos when there's no ground below you, because by the time you either cancel it or whatever, you're dead. Basically, if you try and cancel straight lunge when you're that far away from the stage, or you even try and use straight lunge at all, you're dead. So when you're on stage getting comboed by Bayonetta, it's not too much of a threat, but if she's carrying you off stage, then it can be pretty scary. Do you think Mac wins against Game & Watch? Ooh, I don't know. I think this might go into the +0.5 tier for Game & Watch. Neutral B can help in this matchup so much, just because a lot of his moves are multi-hits. It can deal with up B out of shield, even though, you know, Game & Watch can act out of it pretty quickly, but Neutral B is really helpful in this matchup. Game & Watch is also really light, and he's pretty floaty, which I feel like in general Little Mac does well against floaty characters, because he can chase them down regardless of how they're floating around. Even if, you know, you have Neutral B that can deal with up B and stuff like that. But I think the main thing that makes this +0.5 in Little Mac's favor, as opposed to just completely winning, is just because Game & Watch's out of shield game is so ridiculous. It's really, really difficult to touch Game & Watch's shield and not get punished for it. Since he has, you know, the best out of shield option in the game, and Little Mac's shield safety is incredibly mediocre, I feel like that's the biggest threat in this matchup, is just, if you touch Game & Watch's shield, unless your spacing is like absolutely impeccable 100% of the time, you're gonna get punished if you hit his shield. Otherwise, it doesn't feel too bad, but getting fucked every time you touch his shield, that's pretty annoying. So I'm gonna put him in here. Now I see you asked, do we lose to all the links? In the grand scheme of things, yes. Like overall, we technically lose to every single link. I'd say the worst link matchup is Toon Link. But what makes Toon Link extra annoying and extra bad for Little Mac is his projectiles are slower than the other links, but his ground speed is faster. So that weird combination of slower projectiles and faster ground speed just makes this matchup weird. It just makes it really weird, because by the time you're done dealing with his slow, weirdly moving projectiles, he's gonna sprint up on you and either hook shot you or some type of bullshit. So it's just general dealing with his zoner. You generally fight against him like you would fight against Young Link, but it's just easier for him to get in on you compared to Young Link because of his faster ground speed and slower projectiles. I don't really know. I feel like this is sort of a case of it's probably actually here, but I've just played it so much that it feels like it's here for me. But I'm gonna put him in -1. It's just generally dealing with a zoner. It's just what makes this matchup annoying is Young Link can convert off of his projectiles really well. Like if he hits you with a boomerang or an arrow, assuming the Young Link is playing semi-aggressively and not just hardcore camping you, he can convert off of projectiles extremely well, which is, you know, one reason why he's a really good character. If you have platforms, you're gonna be fine. You can calm him down, just take your time, abuse platforms, and you're chilling. Their recovery is fairly easy to deal with. The thing is with Toon Link and Young Link, they have the tether recovery mix-up, which is annoying, but if they recover with up B, you can run off and counter for easy bake oven edge guard, which is always really fucking nice. So where's the last Link? So we'll get all these boys out of the way. Link, minus 0.5. Besides stuff like Nair, all of Link's aerials are fairly easy to punish. All of his normals in general are fairly slow. Parrying is really helpful in this matchup, at least once a Link gets in. It's a bit easier to get around him and deal with him just because he's slower than the other Links. But differentiates him from the other Links. I feel like his edge guarding and ledge trapping game is a little bit better just because of bombs. But I haven't fought too many Link players that really use bombs to their advantage. So, hey, I don't know too much about the adult Link matchup, but I'm putting that shit minus 0.5. This is a very good place for Shulk. This is specifically one of those matchups that I was thinking of when I was talking about. It feels really weird putting him in even because it's not, but it's not as bad as, you know, Young Link or Banjo. I think Shulk is minus 0.5 because his sword is fat. He can edge guard us for free, like just absolutely for free. That's the main threat in this matchup. Shulk can edge guard Little Mac so fucking easily and ledge trap him so easily. If you're just consistent at parrying, if you're just any good at it at all, you can get in on Shulk really fucking easily. And generally how you should just play against characters with disjoints, like, you know, Shulk, Lucina, Ike, all those types of boys. Abuse Little Mac's ground speed to make their spacing bad. That's what you're supposed to do against Shulk. Run up on him, make his spacing bad, parry, shield, do what you gotta do, and get that punish. Another really nice thing in this matchup that makes it a minus 0.5 as opposed to minus 1, if Shulk uses Smash Art, it does not matter, because the Little Mac can neutral B every single move in Shulk's kit when he's in Smash Art, because the whole thing with Smash Art is low damage, high knockback, and Little Mac's neutral B heavy armor negates low damaging moves. So if Shulk uses Smash Art, get up on a platform so, you know, he can't grab you and kill you super fucking early, and then just neutral B. And there's basically nothing he can do. So when Shulk takes out Smash Art, you can just camp him with neutral B, and he's fucked. He cannot do anything about it. So unless Shulk gets you off stage, it's going to be really difficult for him to kill you. Yeah, I fucking know a while ago Samsora tweeted that Mac Peach is even, and me being a stupid little Smash Bros fanboy popped off when he replied to my tweet. What I actually think about this matchup, I do think it's minus 0.5. Even Little Mac's solid tools, like, you know, Nair and neutral B to get out of disadvantage, that cannot save him. Peach's combo game is so fucking absurd that if she wins neutral once and gets that right setup that she wants, she will carry Little Mac to the edge of the stage. And their ledge trapping and edge guarding isn't anything insane, but it's still pretty solid just because, you know, turnips, they can Z drop them to cover low recoveries, just throw them to cover recoveries from mid. So their edge guarding and ledge trapping game is pretty solid against Little Mac. Peach and Daisy don't have any, like, you know, get out of jail free cards when it comes to disadvantage, like some characters do. So generally, playing against them in neutral and dealing with them when you're in advantage state isn't too difficult. It's just their combo game is so absurd and their ledge trapping is so solid that you always feel a little bit behind. So you just have to be really smart in neutral, because obviously against good Peach players, you're going to get hit once and take like 50%. R.O.B, I think this is another minus 0.5 matchup. Because sort of similar to Bowser, dealing with R.O.B in neutral is pretty fucking annoying. But just like Bowser, once you get in on R.O.B, you're gonna fuck him up. Because also his recovery is super one-dimensional. It's slow. You can see what he's gonna do with his recovery mix-up a mile away because of how slow it is. So dealing with him off stage, easy. You can't like two-frame him for free or something like you can with some other characters. But if he's trying to recover high, you can smack him out of the air with side B or forward air or something pretty easily. Because even then, he doesn't have any moves solid enough or fast enough where he's just gonna fucking snipe you out of the air if you try and approach him. The only move that can do that is like forward air, but the thing is then he's just gonna hit you back on the stage. So otherwise, you can chase him off stage fairly easily. Once you get him in disadvantage, you're gonna murder him, because like with Bowser, jab locks are free, down air locks are free against him. You can just keep him in disadvantage forever. But playing against him in neutral, God, that shit is so annoying. And because his recovery is so flexible, he can chase you off stage without any trouble too. So you can chase him off stage, but he can chase you off stage even better. So in general, yeah, minus 0.5. How about we stop filling up this fucking tier and give it some room to breathe, give it some room to digest its fucking high tiers and top tiers that I put in here. Let's talk about Donkey Kong, since I see you boys talking about him in chat. Well, fuck. There's another one of these. Fuck. After this, I will fucking put someone else in a different tier. This matchup is minus 0.5 because Little Mac beats DK in neutral. He murders him in disadvantage, just like he does with Bowser and R.O.B. His recovery is extremely exploitable. You can footstool him, you can down air spike him easily, you can counter him. Dealing with his recovery is easy fucking money. So what makes this matchup minus 0.5 as opposed to even, like it was in my last matchup chart, if DK grabs you at mid to high percents, you're just dead. It sucks, but you're just dead. Like there's just nothing you can fucking do. So in general, the fact that just getting grabbed equals death at anything above like 70% is what makes this matchup minus 0.5, as opposed to even or winning. Otherwise, Mac beats DK. It's just being dead if you're getting grabbed at mid percents, it sucks. Obviously at low percents, it doesn't matter if you get grabbed and thrown off stage. It still obviously sort of puts you in a 50-50 and you can die from it, but it's you can still get around it, and as long as you mix up your recovery, you know, do the same shit every time, chances are you'll get back to stage just fine. But if you get grabbed at high percents, you could kiss that fucking stock goodbye. Let's rank this young man right here. Even matchup. Even fucking matchup. Outplaying hero in neutral is the main thing that I feel like Little Mac loses at in this matchup. Dealing with Frizz, nothing insane. That's just like dealing with, you know, eggs, or dealing with pills, or dealing with like single Samus charge shot. It's just like dealing with one of those types of projectiles. Zapple is really, really annoying for Little Mac. So its range isn't 100% consistent, so it's hard to stay perfectly out of its range, because theoretically, if you're just outside of the range of Zapple, you can run in instant dash tag boost grab and usually get a punish, but the problem is, it's so difficult to be at that perfect space, because the hero can charge Zapple for a half second longer and make it have longer range. Not to mention, it's a main neutral tool that does like 25%. I don't know who the fuck thought that was a good idea. So dealing with that move is really annoying, but once they use those moves in neutral enough and hero doesn't have MP on his side, then fighting him is pretty easy. Just because, you know, his normals are not that great. His grab, booty, so you can pressure his shield fairly well. You obviously still have to look out for swoosh out of shield, because it can also set up an up tilt from a platform or whatever, even though C-Fed's only hit me with that a couple times. And, you know, hero technically has disjoints, but like they're not really disjoints. They're not disjoints in the same way that Ike's or Lucina's disjoints are, so they're not even that much of a threat. I've still been cheesed by them a couple times. I probably have some screenshots of bum-ass kill screens, but in general, it's not that bad. Hero has an easy time against Mac in neutral, but once Little Mac gets in, and once Hero is caught with his pants down without any MP, then it can be pretty difficult. Yeah, Incineroar, fucking bro, we clap Incineroar. Once again, he's so slow. Even though Incineroar's kit is really good, he's just so incredibly slow that it doesn't even matter how good his kit is. Little Mac is just gonna run circles around him over and over and over and over and over again. And his disadvantage isn't that great. You're gonna combo him to shit. And yeah, he's just super slow, which Little Mac can just exploit incredibly hard because of how fast he is. Inkling. Joy-Con God isn't in chat, but ooh, my boy hates this matchup. He despises this matchup. So their dash is pretty good against neutral in Little Mac because obviously if you just spam down tilt over and over, you're obviously going to catch them with down tilt, but they're going to not be approaching you from the ground too much because they have back air, which is insane against Little Mac because even though the move's range is, absurd, when they space it on shield and with how safe it is, on top of it being invincible, Little Mac can't really do anything about Inkling back airing him on shield. So, Spider Shot is a pain in the ass to deal with. You can use Neutral B, but even if you use Neutral B, you're still going to take that damage. You're still going to get inked. So, it gives you a chance of getting in, but you're still going to get inked, and the Inkling player can easily just cancel out of it, run in, grab you, and then get 40% off of one combo because you're inked up. So Ink, devastating against Little Mac. Splat Bomb isn't annoying to deal with as Little Mac because you can run away from it pretty easily. The second, if you just hold your shield, immediately drop shield as soon as it bounces off, you can run away and avoid the Splat Bomb just fine. Roller is extra annoying for Little Mac. Not because of Roller being Roller and it, burying you and doing all that type of shit. The thing about Roller, not even the fact that it gets buried and it gives Inkling really early kills, like sub 80% on some characters. Little Mac being one of them because he's so light. It puts Ink on the ground. So many people forget that Roller puts Ink on the ground and it slows movement speed. And since Inkling is already a fairly fast character, Little Mac needs every single bit of that ground up movement speed he can get, and Roller just takes that away from him. Most people forget that's a thing because a lot of characters, aren't spending neutral on the ground very much. They're spending a lot of it in the air, spacing aerials and shit. But we don't space aerials. We space F smashes. So the Roller Ink getting on the ground and making max ground speed worse is horrible for this matchup. I didn't realize how painful it was until like way later when I started actually playing this matchup a lot. Obviously, if you're on a stage with platforms, you can just run up there and that's not too big of a deal. But still, that shit is so fucking annoying. Not to mention, Inkling's recovery is amazing, so they can edgeguard you basically for no effort. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. This matchup is horrible. It's one of Little Mac's worst. Ike is an even matchup. Similar with Shulk, if you're good at parrying, you're gonna fuck Ike. Like you're gonna clap his cheeks. Pause. Not to mention his recovery, very easy to deal with as Little Mac. Even if he's recovering from mid with side B, you can run off counter, time an F smash, and just smack his ass out of the air. Up B, same deal. You can either counter it with good timing, or literally the funny thing is you just stand a little bit back from ledge so you don't get scooped. Charge F smash, right as Ike reaches the peak of his up B, armor through the sword and just clap his recovery. Dealing with his recovery is easy. If you're good at parrying, playing against him in neutral is no trouble. But similar to Shulk, he has a fat ass sword. Even if you're good at parrying, it is still a fat fucking sword. He can anti-air you really fucking easily. He can juggle you really easily. His ledge trapping isn't anything special, but his edge guarding, oh man, his edge guarding is pretty solid. So what makes this even, Little Mac can beat him in neutral. He can exploit his recovery really well, but Ike can also exploit Little Mac's recovery very well, and he can juggle him insanely fucking well. So even matchup for Ike. But our boy Ness, this might be another case of me just being super comfortable with the matchup and just knowing what I'm doing. Minus 0.5. Ness's combo game is still pretty solid. His edge guarding is good, and one reason why it's a minus 0.5 as opposed to even, Ness can just cover himself with hitboxes, and his hitboxes are kind of deceptive since all you really see of his moves are, some little sparkly shit. You can't tell like the true range of his moves. At least me, I personally can't. The amount of times I've gotten caught off guard because of dash attack's range is absurd. I get thrown off by that move so fucking much. With Mac in this matchup, he can use neutral B a lot, forward air, up air, he can armor those, he can armor PK fire, and like I said against floaty characters in general, Little Mac can chase them down pretty easily since, they're floaty, but they don't have the best control of their floatiness. Mac can chase them down pretty easily, predict where they're going to go, and anti-air them a lot. And so yeah, Ness, he can still combo you, he can still edge guard you fairly well. He can, you know, stack the damage up on you pretty easily, but it's easier to play neutral against him. It's easier to get out of his combos compared to Lucas. You can actually kill him at like 50% by countering PK Thunder off stage, which is so helpful. It's really, really nice in this matchup. -2, Pac-man. Pac-Man's zoning tools are extremely effective. Hydrant and Trampoline just make playing Little Mac neutral a pain in the ass because he can literally just put 2 walls down on the ground. That makes maneuvering a pain in the ass, not to mention that, you know, water pushes Mac back, which is super annoying. Pac-Man's recovery is absurd. It has no right being that good. His combo game is solid. He has, you know, a fat list of projectiles that all are useful against Little Mac. This matchup is just horrible. This matchup is so fucking rough. I don't have much to say about it. It's garbage. Pikachu and Pichu. I don't think it's too much of a surprise that Mac gets murdered by Pikachu because Pikachu has an insane recovery, insane edge guarding, easy bake oven neutral game with T-Jolt, an easy bake oven combo game just because with the way all of his normals work. And yeah, it's just a struggle for Mac. The things that make this matchup doable as opposed to just absolutely impossible: Neutral B invalidates a decent amount of Pikachu's kit, which is always nice, but even then, you're still going to get that damage stacked up on you, either way. Generally, same thing for Pichu too. Neutral B helps out a lot, but Pichu's edge guarding, advantage state, neutral, everything is just still so fucking insane against Little Mac. It's super difficult for him to manage. But hey, at least Little Mac can probably kill Pichu with F tilt at like 80% from center stage, so it could be worse. Not to mention that low profile messes Mac up so hard. Low profile can just make some of Little Mac's frame traps at low percents not possible. I posted a clip of it on Twitter a while ago where I went for up tilt and a jab for the frame trap, and they just low profiled right under. So it's fucked. This matchup is cyberbullying. Joker, this is a hard -1. This matchup does not feel very good. Winning neutral against Joker is so insanely difficult, and his combo game is really fucking good, so it just makes this matchup super tough. Not to mention that since Little Mac does so much damage and he has such a good damage output, Joker gets Arsene a lot. One down yield forward smash on Rebel's guard gives him Arsene, even if it's uncharged, which is cyberbullying. That's actually fucked up. Base Joker, honestly, base Joker is an even matchup. It's a pain in the ass to play neutral, but against base Joker, neutral B is super helpful. It deals with almost all of Joker's kit except for I think back air and his smash attacks. You can neutral B armor back air when it's stale, and you know, sometimes it is stale because we know how much Joker players spam the shit out of it. But neutral B armor is pretty helpful in the matchup overall. But Joker, when he doesn't have Arsene, it's -0.5 or even. But Joker with Arsene is just pain. It's a -2 matchup because Aegon deletes Little Mac neutral because it has insane range, insane damage, and it lingers. It's basically just more fucked PK fire, which makes playing Little Mac neutral even more difficult than it already was against base Joker. You know, he has Tetrakarn, which can deal with Little Mac so fucking easily. It's absurd when it comes to him recovering. Just because Tetrakarn is a good-ass counter with solid-ass range. So, yeah, this matchup is still really rough. I'd honestly say it's on the border between -1 and -2. Little Mac beats Terry. They're both footsies-based characters, but Mac's footsies game is faster and more oppressive. So, I feel like Little Mac outplays Terry in neutral. You just have to play a lot more careful once Terry actually has those go moves, because if you're on the ground, keep your distance, shield a lot, Buster Wolf won't do shit. If you're on platforms, just be super careful about your timing and when you actually get off the platforms and get in, because if you get too sloppy on maneuvering around the platforms, Terry's just going to power geyser you into the fucking stratosphere. Ooh, let's cover Lucina and Marth. So, I put these as even in my last matchup. I also think these are -0.5. Like I said, sort of with Shulk, as long as you abuse max ground speed, make the sortie spacing garbage, you're gonna be fine. Go for parries a lot. Like, the biggest threat in this matchup, obviously, is edge guarding. They got fairly fat swords that can smack you pretty easily, but whenever they're going to go for edge guarding or when they're going to go for ledge traps, it's always pretty telegraphed. Down tilt is a really solid tool, just poking Mac out of his up B, which is death most of the time. As long as you mix up your up B timing, mix up your recovery a lot. That's the main thing you have to do against Lucina and Martha, just mix up your recovery. Because their edge guarding is so solid against Little Mac that if you get too predictable, you're gonna fucking die. But in general, I feel like outplaying them in neutral is just incredibly even. I feel like this matchup is just even overall. It's just what makes it minus 0.5 as opposed to even, is just they can edge guard pretty fucking easily. So yeah, these boys, this boy and girl, are going right here. Yeah, I guess let's talk about Min Min. I'm gonna say this one is this one's hard even, because I remember first when Min Min was first dropping and everything, I kept saying that Mac was gonna beat Min Min. Mac does beat Min Min in every single way, but what makes it even is because Min Min's edge guarding against Little Mac is so brutal. If Little Mac is recovering mid or low, it's murder. Like you're kind of just fucked. But if you just recover high a lot, especially if you're on a stage like Town where you have those platforms that can help you out, or I don't know, Kalos. If you have platforms like that, recovering against Min Min is even less of a threat. So in general, yeah, Mac beats Min Min. He outplays her in every single way. It's just Min Min can exploit him off stage incredibly easily. Mac also beats Ken. Similar to Terry, he's a footsies character, but Mac's footsies is, faster and more oppressive. And also, funny thing is with Ken and Terry, and I guess Ryu to an extent, even though Ryu isn't as combo heavy of a character, if you just mash neutral air like a crackhead, if you just mash the fucking A button in disadvantage, chances are you're gonna be fine. Because, they have a lot of basically true combos, but all you need is a frame 2 Nair to get out of that stuff. So Nair is a godsend in this matchup. It actually helps so much. And then Ken's neutral isn't that good either. Obviously, once Ken gets in, it can be pretty brutal. He can mess you up and take your stock in like 3 to 4 exchanges. It's just not as threatening of a disadvantage state compared to most characters because of Little Mac's frame 2 Nair. It's kind of insane that one of Little Mac's aerials is the reason why this matchup is winning as opposed to plus 0.5. But yeah, Mac beats Ken. But Mac is even with Ryu, because Ryu has a much stronger neutral game. Shakunetsu is a pain in the ass to deal with, because yeah, you can neutral B armor it, but you're going to take a lot of percent in the process. Yeah, you can shield it, but you can't do it too much because its shield damage is really hefty for, a projectile. So platforms are your friend fighting Ryu. But who else we got? Mario. This is, I'd say this is another minus 0.5. Sort of similar to some other matchups on here. Outplaying him in neutral, playing neutral against Mario, not a big deal. His range isn't anything crazy. It's not like he can space you out insanely hard like Shulk or Ike can. So his range isn't anything special. His combo game isn't anything absurd. I'm pretty sure you can armor through up air once it's stale, which, if they're comboing you a lot, that shit is gonna be stale. Yeah, as long as you just take your time, use platforms, abuse Mario's mediocre range, and just outspace him and anti-air him, you're going to be fine. What makes this matchup minus 0.5 as opposed to even is, take a wild guess. Ding, ding, ding. It's edge guarding. The combination of Flood and Cape can make it so if Mario reads how you're going to recover and he can actually get in front of you in time, you're gonna be fucked. Like if he capes you as Little Mac as your side being or something, you're gonna be fucked up, because Little Mac has solid airspeed, but he has shit air acceleration, which is what makes Cape so devastating. Because even if you turn Mac around, unless you turn him around right as he gets hit off stage, which is a dumb move anyway, I don't know why you would do that as Mario in the first place, it's gonna mess you up, because by the time Little Mac gets the speed to actually get towards the edge, he's gonna be too low to actually recover, and he's gonna be dead. So Mario's edge guarding is just really solid against Mac. Well, I wouldn't even say his edge guarding, his gimping is really solid against Little Mac. He doesn't edge guard Mac, he just gimps him really hard. So yeah, minus 0.5. Wii Fit trainer, yeah, Wii Fit's plus 0.5. At least for me personally, I have no trouble dealing with her ledge camping shenanigans, especially if you're on a stage like PS2 or Battlefield. If you just get up on one of those platforms, wait for them to, inevitably throw out their soccer ball, do their deep breathing, whatever they gotta do, and lose their ledge invincibility, you can just drop down from the platform, get a free down tilt, get a free side B, keep them off stage. You can exploit it pretty easily. It's pretty one-dimensional, and like I said, all of them like to stall at ledge because Wii Fit is good at it, but as long as you use platforms and just be smart and find that right opening, you can just smack them at ledge over and over and over again. Ridley, another even matchup. Ridley can edge guard Little Mac pretty well because of fireballs. Fireballs cover Little Mac's low recovery really effectively. His Nair is fat that can deal with Mac recovering mid to high, so his edge guarding is pretty good. Side B is insanely effective against Little Mac. You always have to watch out for that move when you're fighting Ridley, because if you're at anything besides low percents, Ridley's side B literally puts Little Mac in his most unfavorable position for free, which is off stage. So besides those couple things, Mac beats Ridley in basically every way, especially if you're solid at parrying. You just, like the other heavies, takes a minute to get in on them, but once you do get in on them, you're gonna fuck them up. You're gonna jab lock them to shit, you're gonna down air lock them to shit, you're gonna keep them in disadvantage for a very long time. And then on top of that, Ridley is on the lighter side for a character his size, so you just clap him even earlier, and you take those stocks even earlier than you would against Bowser or DK or R.O.B. So, and then the final two, the ones that I love making people mad with, ba-bam, ba-bam. Yay! Yay! Yes, Palu and Snake are even matchups. Yes, they are. First off, with Palutena. Palu's ground game doesn't compare to Little Mac's. He can armor through up air juggles, nair strings. He can run right past neutral B and side B on the ground, which makes Palu's neutral a lot worse. The reason why it's even as opposed to anything better than that, Palu's neutral suffers against Little Mac because, you know, she can't use side B as effectively, she can't use neutral B as safely, but back air is still absurd. Back air is still such a good move. Forward air is also such a good move in neutral against Little Mac because of how safe it is on shield. Those moves are still really good in neutral. Her edge guarding and ledge trapping is just as solid as it is against anyone else. Just the fact that Little Mac's disadvantage state is way better against Palutena. The fact that playing neutral against Palu is way easier compared to most characters makes this matchup even. So the main thing that makes Mac versus Snake an even matchup is Little Mac can deal with grenades and C4 very easily because of his ground speed. If Snake puts down a C4, it's still obviously, you know, very good at taking up parts of the stage, covering platforms and stuff, but as long as Snake is in hit stun or some type of lag from a move, whether he's doing a move, whether he's setting up grenades or anything like that, as long as he can't immediately detonate the C4, Little Mac can just run right past him. Run right past the C4 without much problem. And then with grenades, the most basic like flowchart for dealing with grenades is Little Mac. If Snake cooks the grenade, stay back, shield, move up to a platform, do whatever, just avoid the explosion. And then if he doesn't cook it and throws it at you immediately, run up on him, because before the grenade detonates, before the 2.5 seconds comes up, Little Mac can just run right past the grenade before it even explodes. So just the fact that Little Mac can deal with Snake's two scariest options in neutral with no problem is really what makes this matchup even for me. The main things in this matchup that are bad for Little Mac is just Snake's edge guarding and ledge trapping. With his edge guarding, Nikita is good against Mac. Of course it is. But it's not as free as some people think it probably is. Little Mac still has decent airspeed, so, you know, if he gets his mix-ups going and all that type of stuff, he can make it back. Nikita really relies on Snake pulling it out at the right time and putting the rocket in the right position to call out Little Mac's recovery mix-ups, but that's obviously easier said than done. But good Snake players, they'll still do it. And then his ledge trapping, it's just as scary as Little Mac to deal with his ledge trapping than it is to deal with it for every single character. Snake's ledge trapping is just insane, and it's good. It's good against Little Mac. The other thing is, if he's on a triplat, if he's on Battlefield, he can triplat camp you better than basically any other character can, just because of C4 and grenade coverage and everything. So if you let them start camping and they really set up shop and get comfy, then it will be pretty difficult to get up on them and get that edge, but especially if you get the lead first against a snake player, they're gonna have to work for that win. That's the matchup chart, boys. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you see where I'm coming from on some of these placements. If you have any questions about the placements, or you want to hear my reasonings for a character that I didn't actually cover in the video, just throw a comment down in the description. I'll get to it as soon as I can, and try and give my reasonings as to why I put that character, wherever they are, on the matchup chart. I stream every once in a while on Twitch, keeping the mat grind up, practicing tech, practicing matchups, all that type of stuff, so give that a look if you're interested and you want to watch me play some and just hang out with me and all my Little Mac main boys on stream. And yeah, thanks for watching, boys. I'll see you guys around.